All right, so with this one, this is kind of like a nice little trick for portrait editing. This is something that they may use in advertisement photography to help kind of smoothen the skin of your model or your subject. So what we're going to do here first is this is also going to be a nice little tutorial for learning how to use the clone stamp tool and the healing brush tool. So what we want to do first, though, is we want to go ahead and make a new layer. From here, we want to make sure we change where it says current layer. We want to make sure that it says all layers. The size, we could say 20, hardness at 0. Okay, let's see. So let's say 25 with a hardness at 0. So what we're going to do here is we're going to click on, you'll probably see this, the spot healing brush tool on top. You want to click on that, hold it down, and we want the healing brush tool. This is what we're going to start with first. The way you use this is you hold Alt, make sure that you have a new layer, and then it says all layers. But you're going to hold Alt, and you are going to click once with the left mouse click. If you can see, we have a target symbol that just popped up when you hold Alt, and that is going to target or copy those pixels. So we're going to click once with the left mouse click, and then we're going to click once. We're going to try and get rid of this little mole right here. So if we click once there, and now it is gone. Now the thing with this is that you want to consistently change your target area. So if we wanted to try and get rid of this one, maybe we're going to copy in this area. So again, we hold Alt, and then we left click, and then we are going to click again, and then that one gets rid of it. So in the tutorial, you will see that he kind of has like a little map of maybe certain areas that you want to get rid of. Right here, the healing brush tool does have a problem with edges though. So if we were to try and get rid of this one, we hold Alt, we click right here, and we want to try and get rid of this here. You don't see it too much, but you may see a little bit that it took the hair. I believe that the way the healing brush works is it takes the combination of the pixels in that selected area and tries to make somewhat of an average of that. And so sometimes when you get into the edges, you may find that it will take the hair or the edge. When that is the case, that's when I would use the clone stamp tool. This also, again, works the same way. You hold Alt, and then from here, I don't know if you can see. So let me go ahead and mess this up so you can kind of get an idea of what it does. If I hold Alt, and let's say I wanted to copy this eye, oh, and we also want to make sure this says all layers. So if I copy this eye, see, I can paste that wherever I want. But if you can see right over that eye to the left of it, you'll see a little cross. And see how that cross moves, and it will copy whatever is in its way. So that is how these brushes, how these tools work. The nice thing about the healing brush tool is that as long as you don't click and drag, you can use those same areas all over. You can see that that plus symbol is staying in the same spot. So that is different than the clone stamp tool, which the clone stamp tool will just, as soon as you set that proximity, it will move along with it. Doesn't matter. So they're both useful in different cases. So I'm going to go ahead and put up the little map for you just so you can see. But that is, just try to take care of those areas that he talks about in that, and then we'll move on to the next step.